Take 5.
Shut up, Don. Just take one.
So we're 5 videos behind. Sorry, we're still figuring this out. But this is going to be the first director's commentary video of our Flash Kids videos since we started the Patreon, starting with Skeletor Goes Too Far.
Which is actually a personal favourite of mine. I guess I can start.
Why is it a personal favorite?
Oh, wow, getting deep. I just think it's like one of the funniest ones that we've done in recent memory. Just like the whole concept to me, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, look, this bit here's a good example. They like fucking hide behind this rock like children and peek out. Like I don't know, I just love that shit. It's just funny to me. I don't know. The jokes, it's not like the jokes are even clever. The jokes are all super stupid, but they just, I don't know, there's something very like original Newgrounds feel to me.
Do you think part of it might be just because it was so
Speaking
different?
of like, be loud, boy.
So different from anything else we've ever done, Tom?
It's part of it, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So it was just like refreshing. It was very different.
I just love the colors, man. Like this real bright magenta.
It has like a real, wanted it to have like a real 80s, like terrible, like Conan the Barbarian cover, you know? Kind of like the old school 80s He-Man cartoons backgrounds. It's kind of like that same color palette.
Yeah, the colors are just super nice, but I was disappointed with how bad it did, because it didn't perform that good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fucking work too. We were working with my old toys from when I was a kid, obviously, and like all the parts are missing from everything, so all the characters are naked. Like I think Beastman had like a fur.
Yeah, they are all naked.
And yeah, obviously Skeletor didn't have his harness. We shared it with Jeff. What did he say? Like
put their clothes on.
You fucking animal or something.
Yeah. Well, that was we like our excuse in our head canon was that you know, he's about to go jack off, so he's naked.
Yeah, he's got to, you know, he doesn't want to sweat.
Yeah, you don't want to sweat when you're like trying to blow a load. It's distracting.
And then like half of Castle Grayskull is missing.
Yeah.
Like all the battlements on top and stuff were all reconstructed from the one we could find on the bottom there. So it's just like copy pasted.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then He-Man's naked, obviously, too. Everybody's naked.
Smart man done.
Now's our chance. Quickly.
Like this little I love that shit. It's so childish.
Faster, Triclops. Come on. We're gonna get caught.
The jacking off parts are actually really hard. It was super tough to like, that motion, like the jacking motion, to get it consistent. I don't know, it's really like, I can do it for a long time.
Well, what was so hard about it is we didn't want to have to mask out our fingers, you know, so you had to like contort your hand to get your finger in the right spot and not show up on the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Skeletor.
Don't look at me.
I'd also like to point out that Triclops has 3 eyes, like, around his head. So when he says, "Don't look at me," even though he's looking that way, he could still see Skeletor, which was like a subtle joke, but...
I'm so fucking stupid I didn't get it till we finished this, because I was just so...
Yeah,
the process. I was like, oh, that's funny. Is that why you...
Yeah.
Hey! Oh, shit. Damn it, Beastman. I told you to keep watch.
I'm sorry, Skeletor. What's going on here?
Triclops and I were gonna jack off into He-Man's breakfast oats.
It's one of my favorite shots.
Yeah. I was just getting to like actually make something for this. I've got all this shit in the basement that I've gathered over the years from being a Warhammer nerd. So I have like a styrofoam cutting table thing that my like Warhammer club bought. So I fabricated that table that afternoon. It took way too fucking long, and I probably should have just made it in Photoshop. Would have been like way easier, but
it's so wild to me, like being able to make shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that's like a superpower.
So why didn't more of you guys watch this?
It, you fucking
I
assholes.
wanted to make like 6 of these, but
dicks. We had this whole thing where like it would. What was the series? What did I say? Like the series should
Castle
be called?
Grayskull.
Like like Castle Grayskull, episode 1. Castle Grayskull, episode 2.
There was going to be another episode where Beastman would have a cloaca.
Oh yeah, he gets all like self-conscious about the fact he doesn't have a dick, but
they
just
start
like
calling
a cloaca.
him Yeast Man.
Huh?
They start calling him Yeast Man.
Oh yeah, Yeast Man. Fuck! I want to make another one. Damn it!
You're not gonna tell on us, are you?
You're damn right I'm gonna tell on you.
Wait! I'll give you $5 if you help us.
It was really hard to get the dollar bill to stay in his hands. If you look closely, he's actually got like blue tack in his fist.
What was really interesting about it is that shot wasn't funny unless the dollar bill was placed the exact way it was.
The right angle, the right like.
Yeah, if we like tried to fold it up and kind of do a different angle, and then obviously we
he's
tried
he's holding it out like this and like way up in the air.
Yeah, we tried like loads of stuff because when I was writing the script, I was thinking that specific angle like that, but it was a real struggle, like Don said, to get it together. So we folded it up. And it just looked shit, so it turned out like, it's just weird like how that is. It's the same with everything.
It had to be the right side of the dollar too. Like the other side wasn't funny either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, man.
You just tinker till it works.
It's weird how all that shit goes.
Oh, and Man at Arms is naked.
It's no shoulder pad.
He-Man's gonna be so...
That actual, that shot where the bowl's shaking, that was your idea where it was like, framing it up to... There's this thing in comedy, there's this theory where it's like, you don't give people the answer, you give them 1 + 1 and they get to make 2 from it.
Right.
So you see the bowl shaking on the table.
Before you cut to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like your brain's like, oh, they're jacking off again, and that's funnier than just cutting straight back to him.
And we found it was like a China cabinet earthquake sound or something for the bowl shaking, and it was just perfect.
Yeah, that was inspired.
Oh, piss!
Hurry up, Beastman. We might still have time to steal
Sorry to
all
keep
the
pausing it. I also really liked basically Beastman's face wasn't working with like the monkey mouth.
Right.
So you like masked in, you like painted over his face in Photoshop and then had to like track it.
Yeah, there's like a little pink thing covering his grimace, you know, so that the cartoon mouth doesn't look dumb.
Lots of little details went into making
It was so hard, you guys. Thought we were being lazy.
in it.
Prince of Cats.
We thought we were going to be lazy too. We thought it would be really easy.
Don't make me laugh, Triclops. He-Man can be back.
That was one of the best jokes as well.
Fuck, Jet, put your dicks away. Everyone, run.
Skeletor!
And fuck you, He-Man. Yeah.
I love how it ends too. Hold on, I just wanted to back up
He-Man.
to
Skeletor!
that shot. That one where he first like comes in. I love that. Like I just this magenta color and like.
Yeah, it wasn't coming together for the longest time too, but
Yeah, he spent ages on this shot.
yeah, it really just needed to be more blown out, more colorful. Like it started really dull. Especially the last shot where it zooms out and he's got the shit at his feet. That probably took the longest. All of these backgrounds, by the way, were photographs of the toy castle manipulated in Photoshop, except for like the cliffs and stuff. That was like other photos that were manipulated. But yeah, this cartoon was a fucking blast, and we wanted to make 6 of them.
Yeah.
And then
I
don't know.
I just love the style, man. Like the way you
Cast
made these backgrounds is just some of my favorite shit. It just looks so like it looks all painted. It just looks so fucking cool. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm
Never
upset.
again.
These guys would have watched it though. They're patrons,
Yeah,
but they're the ones that actually give a shit.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.